Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
All of today's guests are brought to you by the Vancouver Canadians, and that includes John Shannon standing by. C's at home this week for a series against Hillsborough. They beat the Hops 15-4 last night. This weekend, catch a Friday nooner, Saturday matinee, and White Spot Family Fun Sunday. Kids get to run the bases after the game. Sunday is also Bob Brown Bear's birthday, and the first 1,000 fans 12 and under receive a stuffy. Check out the full schedule and get your tickets at canadiansbaseball.com or call 604-872-5232. Oilers go up 3-1 on Dallas with a 4-1 victory last night. Here to talk hockey from 100% Hockey, the podcast, John Shannon. John, thanks for doing this, sir. How are you?
I am very well, but I am not wearing my Crocs today.
Well, we expect that from you next week.
Yeah, next week.
Hey,
no problem. No problem. I got 3 or 4 pairs. So.
Really? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Do you wear them with sweatpants ever?
Yeah.
I don't wear sweatpants.
Okay.
Why?
I'd rather wear shorts. I wear shorts.
Oh.
If there's no snow on the ground, there's shorts on.
Sometimes even with snow on the, we just had this conversation in the break.
Yeah.
Preparing for your interview, John. Hey, 9 points in 4 games against Dallas for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and he's a bargain at $5.125 a year. That's his cap hit. Can you see why he's one of Chris Knobloch's favorite players? Chris has gone on record as saying that.
Well, I tell you what, this has been a great playoff for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who did not have a very good regular season, guys. And one of the reasons that the Oilers were, I think, inconsistent all season long was that Ryan's play was very inconsistent. You know his value to this hockey club when both Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are talking about him in the post-game press conferences, calling him the Swiss Army knife. And he's one of those guys that Knobloch can throw into any situation: power play, penalty kill, 5-on-5, 4-on-4. I mean, he truly has unbelievable skill for his size, and he's not afraid to use his body either, which has become a really positive thing for the Edmonton Oilers. Nugent-Hopkins' playoff comes at an unbelievably fortunate time for the hockey club and for Ryan. And you're right about the deal. It was a team-friendly deal. He wanted to stay at Edmonton. It was an 8-year deal that Kenny Holland got him to sign. And it certainly has paid dividends over the last couple of years.
John, what a blow for the Edmonton Oilers this morning. Zach Hyman, broken wrist surgery, done for the playoffs. This guy is absolutely great. Last game, 2 goals, 1 assist, 10 hits. Leads all players with hits in the playoffs. What a massive loss for the Oilers.
It is, because Zach has done, again, like Nugent-Hopkins, Zach has really, really elevated his game in the playoffs. But you have to wonder how then this team will do it. And what they have been able to do with a great deal of depth is play some quality hockey. Corey Perry went in, the second shift after the Hyman injury on the power play, and next thing you know, the puck's in the net at 40 years old. Perry, fills a bit of that void. You do have to wonder now, as they fly to Dallas, the discussion amongst the coaches of what they do. There is a chance that Matthias Ekholm plays in Game 5 in Dallas. Do you then go with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen, making sure that Ekholm can ease back in? Or do you put Jeff Skinner in, who has played in the playoffs for the first time in his NHL career this year, but has not played since Game 1 of the playoffs? That becomes the dilemma for Chris Knobloch and his staff. My gut tells me they may go 11-7 if Ekholm's ready to go.
Yeah, that would make sense. What about the Canucks? Demko's name, first-round pick, LeCara. There's so many names being tossed around these days in Vancouver. Do you see a big move coming in June, John? And what kind of pieces could be offered up in Vancouver?
I do. I think that, I think that they have not been secretive about their desire to make trades, to find a number 2 center. I think the question that you asked about Shilov's and his role in all of this, Rick, is an important one. If they feel that Artur Shilov's at 24 years old can make that next step, then I think the discussions have to occur about what you do with Thatcher Demko. And have you grown tired as a team of Demko's injuries that have not helped his career? When he's healthy, he is one of the best goaltenders in the National Hockey League. The question is when is he healthy? And so that, to me, I think is a question that's having a great deal of debate within the Canuck organization.
Hey, John, you've worked in TV for so long. When we talked about this earlier regarding a question I wanted to ask you, but just your opinion of John Bartlett doing play-by-play on Hockey Night in Canada. I'm a big fan.
Well, it's one that's pretty close to me, Donnie. I hired John to be the voice of the AHL Marlies when we were at Leafs TV. He was doing local cable hockey in Barrie for the Colts in the OHL. And his first full-time paid gig was with Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment when we had Marley games and we had Maple Leaf games, and he did Marley's TV and he did Marley's radio at the time. So I've known John a long period of time. He has grown into one of the best broadcasters in the country. I think it's funny, you put a person in a place, and it takes a while in our business to gain a signature, a style. And I think in the last 2 years, and particularly this year, John has really developed a quality style and certainly has anchored himself as the number 2 guy at the network.
And John, before we let you go, we haven't talked about this all week. Matthew Darche, what did the Islanders see in him? He's their new GM.
Well, I think the concept is that a new voice outside of the organization, which I think is important. The other part is that he gives them a ton of organizational stability. Let's face it, if you have worked in the Tampa organization and been around Steve Yzerman and Julien Brisebois, you know there are certain ways to do things. I would hope that Darche has been a sponge. I'm told he has been a big sponge of information and quality, and will bring a little bit of that to an organization on the island that despite Lou Lamoriello's desire to create stability, it really hasn't come to fulfillment. There's still lots of questions how to manage contracts on Long Island, how to manage the coach, Patrick Waugh. And Matthew Darche has his hands full right now, but he's going to be finally given an opportunity at that elite level of being a general manager in the National Hockey League. And don't forget, Lou Lamoriello is still going to be around.
Yep. Outstanding hit despite the lack of Crocs. Thanks for this, John. We appreciate it.
Just for that, I'll wear 2 pair of Crocs next week.
Beautiful. Sounds good.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Thanks, John.